Hello Fretwellers and welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial. This is episode 85, and in today's episode we're going to be talking a little bit more about horses, and we're going to be looking specifically at horse armor and horse breeding. But before we get into that, I've kicked off here in a desert temple, and we'll see if we can find anything that's useful in here. Bones, not great. Diamond horse armor, that's perfect because we're going to be talking about that today. Some gold and some diamonds, that's always good. And we also have more diamond horse armor, an emerald, iron horse armor, and a saddle, and emeralds and some rotten flesh. So I'm going to head back to base, and now we can use this diamond horse armor on the horses that we have, and we'll talk a little bit about how horse armor actually works. So I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, so I'm back here by the animal barn at my supply chest, and I brought all the horse armor that I have found. I found some in the mine shaft and some dungeons that I've had around my world, so we got those, and I've got another saddle apparently. So horse armor is the first thing we're going to talk about, and horse armor is very, very simple. It really is not hard to understand. There's just 3 types of horse armor, and they all offer different types of protection, but we are going to cover them in a bit more detail than that. So horse armor, as you would imagine, is a special type of armor for horses to wear, and it can be found in loot chests throughout different structures in the Minecraft worlds, so dungeons, nether fortresses, mine shafts, strongholds, I believe, things like that, and that's where you find them. It has infinite durability, so whether it's iron, gold, or diamond, it's always got infinite durability. It cannot be enchanted, there's no enchantments available for it, and there is a gradual increase in protection through the different grades of armor, the 3 obviously being iron, gold, and diamond. So basically what that means is diamond horse armor is better than gold, and gold is better than iron, and that's basically it. When you put horse armor on a horse, it just increases its general protection. It doesn't increase against anything specifically, much like if you had armor with no enchants on. It's just good against pretty much everything a little bit. So basically the horse armor itself works similar to how player armor does, in the sense that if you see down there on my bar, you get a number of shirts depending on how much armor you have on, and they are worth armor points, and we know that half a shirt is 1 armor point. Iron gives 5 armor points, which is 20% more protection than being unarmored. Gold gives 7 points, which is 28% more protection than being unarmored, which means that gold in horse armor at least is better than iron, as there's sort of like a process to it as you get higher and higher up. And diamond gives 11 points and offers 44% more protection than being unarmored. And there are no leather or chain varieties, there's only iron, gold, and diamond. So what we're going to do is we're going to head in here, and we're going to choose one of our horses, and we're going to shift right click on him, and we can then choose a type of horse armor to put on the horse. So in this case we'll throw some diamond horse armor on there, and you can take it off if you want to. As you can see, he's got the diamond horse armor on now. If I jump on here, as you can see, the I don't think it shows shirts actually. Yeah, it doesn't look that way. I would have thought it would have done. But you get, as I say, those values. You just apparently don't have. No, you stay in there. You don't have the shirts displayed. I thought you did, but obviously not. And that is literally horse armor. That is all there is to it. The better horse armor you have, the more protected your horse is going to be from monster attacks and sources of damage. So cactus, lava, fire, things like that, as well as hostile mob damage. So yeah, I mean, that's everything on horse armor, honestly. It's not too hard to explain, just those values associated with it. Ideally, if you're going to be fighting on a horse quite a bit, then you're probably going to want to use diamond horse armor, but if you just want a little bit of protection, then you might be better off with iron or gold. So now let's talk about the slightly more complex topic of horse breeding. Okay guys, so now we're going to talk about horse breeding, and this is pretty simple too. It's not hard, but what can be kind of tricky is working out the stats of horses. So we're only going to kind of lightly cover that. We're not going to go into huge depth or anything, but we are going to take a bit of a look at it. So Horse breeding is done with golden apples or golden carrots. I have golden carrots as they're cheaper. And if you breed two horses together, they will produce a foal. So here we go, you can see the two horses now breed like other animals, and we get a little foal there. And you can see, much like the parents does similar things, it's just smaller. And the foal requires time to grow, and it's roughly about 20 minutes to grow into a full adult horse. A foal will usually take the colour of one of its parents, so in this case, this horse. And 1 out of 9 times it will take on a completely new colour. However, that colour could still be the colour of one of its parents, it just chooses randomly. So 8 out of 9 times it will be one of these two colours, but on the 1 out of 9 chance it will choose a random colour out of all of them available. Markings will always be the same as one of its parents, so in this case this horse right here. As I say, the horse will always, well, the foal will always stick to its birth mother unless the birth mother dies, then it will attempt to go to another horse. And as I said earlier, foals require roughly 20 minutes to grow, but feeding foals different food items will increase its growth. And we can do that with all the items that you can use to heal horses, so bread, wheat, sugar, hay bales, all those sorts of foods. Again, there will be a link down below to the Minecraft wiki, so you can check that out. But let's feed him some bread, and let's make him grow a little bit. There we go. He's now a fully grown adult horse. That was quick. Bread is pretty good for growing foals, I think. And as you can see, that foal is now fully grown into an adult horse. So we will be able to tame what was once the foal. And we're going to need a saddle for that. Obviously, once we've tamed him, we'll get the saddle. Baby horses, or foals should I say, are not born tamed. You actually have to tame them, as you can see here. That's just something to take into consideration. But we did it on the second go. So this guy looks as if he doesn't have many hearts. We'll saddle him up. And press E and put the saddle on. Not too bad. I don't know if he has more hearts than... Yeah, he has more hearts because of this guy, and he's probably got a bit more speed than that horse. So, sort of an in-between type of horse. This one. Choosing the horses you want to breed is really important, and because this is a tutorial series, I'm not going to go around here and tame all the different horses and try and look for the absolute best ones. I just want to show you how things are done. Oops. And this is where we get thrown off. Didn't see that pull coming. We'll just push him out. There we go. How is he a jumper? He's not too bad. Not great. But, yeah, that's how you breed horses. Now then, horse stats. So when you breed horses, obviously it's going to get given stats. Now, I did a bit of research into this. It's pretty complicated as to how it works. It was not very clear on the wiki what you actually have to do. But I've tried to make some sense out of it, and this is what I've got. So, basically, when breeding two horses, you get the foal, and the foal's stats are determined by averaging both of the parent stats with another random value. And then it's also divided by 3. I don't know where that comes from, but it happens. So, as I say, it's mainly guesswork on stats, but I believe it's best to breed horses with high stats that are already known. So if you go around and tame horses with lots of hearts and are really fast and breed those together, I think that's the best shot of getting a good bred horse. Again, it's rather confusing. I'll put a link down below to the Minecraft wiki so you can check it out for yourself, but that's how it works. You basically average out the two stats of both parents, and then you add another random value and then divide it by 3, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's the way it's done. Maybe it's designed to not make a whole lot of sense so that people don't just go crazy on breeding every horse ever to try and get the ultimate horse. Who knows? But that's pretty much it for this tutorial, honestly. Very simple to use horse armor and to breed horses. I thought it was time to sleep, pretty much. So next episode we are going to be taking a look at donkeys and mules, and that will be, I think, pretty much the last part of our mini-series on horses. After that we will be looking at a couple of items that were added in 1.6, and we'll build a horse stable for all these guys, and then at that point I think we will probably look into building some different farms. We have a skeleton dungeon that we need to take a look at, and also a cave spider spawner down here that I've got shut down. And we'll probably build some farms out of those before moving on into 1.7. So, still plenty to do. Really enjoying it. So, I hope you are too. And I hope to see you in the next episode. So, until then, guys, see you later and have a good day.